Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my little haul of the books that I got in the month of May. And I just want to say that before I start, this is going to be the last haul that I do for a little bit because I just paid for my summer classes, I'm going to be getting a laptop, I paid for a bunch of things. And so now I'm poor, I can't afford anything, I'm broke, my bank account and I are not on speaking terms. She's packed her bags up and she's moved out, blocked on social media, she's not speaking to me. So yeah, these are the last books that I'm going to be getting for a while, so let's just get into it. So I'm going to be organizing these books based on if I've read them before, if I've heard of it before, or if it's completely new to me. So the first set of books that I got were all by the same author. Surprise, surprise, I love impulse buying. And they're all Khaled Hosseini. So the first book I got by him was Sea Prayer, which is a cute little picture book. Not even cute, the art is cute, the book is heartbreaking. It's a little book about a family who is escaping a war-torn country, hoping for safe travels on the journey to find a safe place to live. And I've talked about it before on my channel. If you've watched any of my other videos, I've mentioned it before. It's a beautiful book. I'm glad I have it now in my hands. The next book I got was And the Mountains Echo, which I don't know much about this book, but it's by him, and I've heard amazing things about this guy, so I have it now. Hopefully I'll read it at some point. The next book I got by him was A Thousand Splendid Suns, which I've heard of this book actually. My aunt loves this book. This is her favorite of all of his books, and I am very excited to get into it. And the last book I got by Khaled Hosseini is The Kite Runner, which is his most famous book. You probably already heard it, or heard of it, or you maybe read it. If you have, leave a comment below. Tell me which one of his books you like. I'm about like 10 pages in at this point. I like it so far. Yeah, very excited to finish it. The next book I got was I Am Messenger by Markus Zusak. I've heard of this book. I've seen it all around. I loved Markus Zusak's The Book Thief. So it just, that book touched me so much. I should have picked this book up a long time ago, but I have it now, so hopefully I'll read it sometime soon. The next book I got was The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah, which is a book that I've also heard of. I've heard wonderful things about this book, about this author. Yeah, it's about love and war. What is there not to love? I'm very excited to get into it. The next book I have is, and these are all like adult-ish books, or like just not YA genre fiction. I'm going to be spending more time on those. I'm just gonna breeze through these before I get into the meat and potatoes of my channel and of booktube in general. So the next book I got was On Madness, which is a short story collection by Roald Dahl. It seemed interesting, so I bought it. This was back when I had disposable income. And the last book before I get into the genre fiction, the young adult genre fiction, is Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. So I have read this book every summer in my high school career. So from 8th to 9th grade, 9th to 10th grade, 10th to 11th grade, 11th to 12th grade. So freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year, I've read this book. I watched the movie so many times with Kristen Stewart. The OGs know. I have read Winter Girls by this author. I love this book. I love what it means to me. I've had multiple copies of this book actually, but I've given them all away. Not even given them away, I've just lent them out to people and I never got them back. So I just bought another copy. Okay, now on to the young adult fiction. So I'm going to be talking about books that I just saw and then bought online before I delve into the books that I know of and I've probably read. So the first book that I just saw and it intrigued me, so I got it, is Alice by Christina Henry. I'm illiterate, I literally can't read. Christina Henry, which is an Alice in Wonderland retelling where everything is psychotic and wonky. So the premise of this is basically, at the start of the book, Alice wakes up in an insane asylum. It's been 10 years since her whole Tea Party debacle, and all she remembers from the experience is A, a rabbit, B, a tea party, and C, blood. A lot of blood. So, yeah. The story kicks off when Alice ends up escaping the insane asylum, and while she escapes, so does a creature that should be locked away. Old, ancient, evil, magic, you know the deal. So yeah, she's in search of the truth and also trying to put back this entity into the cage that she accidentally opened up. I'm about a third of the way through the book. It's really interesting so far. I'm definitely going to be doing a full review on it when I finish, but on to the next book. So the next book that I didn't really know much of before I bought it is Book of a Thousand Days by Shannon Hale. So all I really knew about this book was another booktuber liked Goose Girl by the same author, and that was all I had to go on based that, and then also the description, which basically this is a retelling of Tangled of Rapunzel, but there's a twist. The twist is that like the princess of this kingdom is locked away in this tower, and her maid is talking to a bunch whatever. It's a retelling of Rapunzel. I can't get into it because I don't have the brain cells for it. But yeah, it seems really interesting. I'm really excited to get into it. The cover is really gorgeous, and I hope I like it. Also, I see this author all the time on Twitter, so I think that might have influenced my purchase of this book. And then the last book that I bought that I didn't really know much of before I purchased it. I'm gonna be real with you. I bought this book based solely on the cover. The interesting blurb or description is just a bonus. But yeah, so The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. Look at how pretty that cover is. It's so pretty. So
this book follows Mary Jekyll, who is alone and penniless following her parents' death, and quickly finds herself drawn to the secrets of her father's mysterious past. A clue leads her to believe that Edward Hyde, her father's former friend and a murderer, may be nearby, and there's still a reward for information resulting in his capture, a reward that will solve all of her issues.
yeah, I can't. This book is just too much for me to comprehend and condense down, but the cover is really pretty, right? Now, these are the books that we all know. I won't have to get into it, thank God, because I don't have the brain cells for that. So the first book is The Rose and the Dagger. Pretty cover. So I have read The Wrath and the Dawn. It's actually on my bookshelf. I'm just too lazy to get it. I read the first book, haven't read the second book. I kind of felt meh about the first book, honestly, but whatever. I have the second book now. So I guess I should reread the first and then continue from there. The next book, no stranger. You guys all know it. Six of Crows. So I actually don't have my own copy of this book. Well, I do now. But I read this book. I actually did not love it like everybody else and their moms on book Twitter and booktube, but it was a fun read, so I'm glad that I have my own copy now. Maybe if I reread it I'll fall in love with it like everyone else. But yeah, I have that now. The next book I have is Renegades by Marissa Mayer. The cover is so pretty. So the thing about this is that I love her Lunar Chronicles series. I have not touched the series yet, so I have a lot of high hopes. I know everyone loves this book. I'm just really excited because I know that I really like her writing. I love her writing style. I love everything about her stories up until now. And I just hope that this lands. I'm pretty sure it will. I'm pretty confident that it will. But yeah, I'm very excited to get into that too. I'm excited to get into all these books, honestly. That's the summary of this video. I'm excited to get into this book. So the next book I have is Flame in the Mist by also by Renee Ade. It is interesting looking. I don't know much about it, but I do know that everyone on here loves it, so I'll take your word for it, and I will hopefully get to this book soon and I will enjoy it. Hopefully. Who's gonna put these books back up on the shelf? I think I'm gonna leave it here for the night on the floor. I don't have the energy. So the next book that I'm going to be talking about, the last book, actually, I knew we'd get here someday. The last book is actually a short story collection by Leigh Bardugo, and it is The Language of Thorns. So I've read about half of this. I enjoyed it very well, very much, very whatever. I can't speak, it's really late. Here's to hoping that I enjoy the other half. I'm Sarah. This has been a haul, the last for a little bit of time. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button and see y'all next video.